Hello guys, this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back, guys. And now we are actually looking into this session to plan out our trading plan so that we are able to continue to trade better later on. All right. So thank you guys for coming in and. Once again, right, so I'm actually now looking into this area here that today is actually Wednesday. So we have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? So and happy Chinese New Year to the Chinese, Asia, or all over the world, right? So let's get back into trading, right? So first, we are going to plan out, I'm going to put currency pairs here, all right, to focus to trade later on for selling, all right, because I'm the seller over here. Okay, so let's take a look at the Aussie CAD. Well, tentatively Aussie CAD, we are still in buying. So the buyers can take note the bull is still on the way, it's still on the run, so you can take note of this. Right, Aussie franc over here. Well, Aussie franc, let's take a look, Aussie franc. Well, for Aussie franc, tentatively, we are still in the bull. We are breaking out the resistance level. As we can see, the resistance level has been broken, and we are still looking out for a higher resistance there. So at the moment, right, for buyers, you can take note of this. All right, for seller, we got to stay away. Okay, so for this Aussie yen, well, Aussie yen, we have now coming into a point that is now changing. Looks like it's changing the trend now. Is moving towards the resistance here. We still are on the buy, so buyers can take note, seller have to stay away. Right, for Aussie Kiwi, well, Aussie Kiwi, very straightforward. We are also in the bull. Right now we are on the buy side. Okay, the bull is still running, so over at this point here we are not looking into selling, whereby we are still looking into the buy. So buyers can take note, but just take note of the resistance level because we are pretty near, right? Okay, so for Aussie dollar, well, let's take a look at Aussie dollar. Hi, 168. Happy New Year to you. Right, so for Aussie dollar, we are also in the bull. We are still running in the bull. So looks like the bull is still running. And now we are also looking out for a higher resistance. So at the moment, all right, so at the moment over here, okay, we are actually looking into a situation whereby Aussie dollar may start selling in the next few days, so we can take note of Aussie dollar for selling. Right, so for now we are still on the buy side, so we'll just leave it alone. Well, Euro Aussie, well, I think Euro Aussie, we can see that it's actually transiting into the bear from the bull. The bull has ran out for quite a while, and now as we can see, the bear is actually coming into the transition area. So at this point of time, okay, we're looking out for selling for this, and we can see that we still have quite a good space down there to take out the support. So tentatively, okay, we can look out for this. All right, okay. Euro Aussie, okay, is still going good for selling. So right now I'm going to focus on this Euro Aussie. Well, let's go to the next one, right? Next to go is we can see for this EUROCAD, we are still in the bull. The bull is still running, and the bull is still running, and we can see that now tentatively we are still wanting to look for the resistance up here. Okay, so well, let's observe this. For EUROCAD buyers who want to buy, you still have about 30 pips before you hit on the resistance. Okay, so tentatively for EUROCAD may have a chance for selling, right? But we will need to pay attention later on to see if there's a chance for selling. That way comes in later on in the London session. So later in the live trading session, we will take a look. All right, so next to go, Euro Yen. Well, Euro Yen over here. Well, Euro Yen, as we can see, Euro Yen, we are now into the selling. We are into the bear. So tentatively, since we are in the bear, I'm going to look out for resistance. Okay, so make sure that we hit on the resistance before we take action. Okay, so we can see that this point here, the resistance is actually very obvious around this resistance level here. Okay, so for Euro Yen, we still have about 50 over pips to hit on the resistance. Then we can see if there's a chance for selling. Alright, so let's wait for Euro Yen to hit onto the resistance before we take action. Okay. Yep, and next to go, right? Next to go, Euro Kiwi. Let's take a look at Euro Kiwi. Well, Euro Kiwi, as we can see now, the bear has come in and then it hits onto the resistance once again to come back for a selling. However, today it looks like a retracement day after it tested on the support yesterday. And probably we may need to wait for a while to see if there's a chance whereby the resistance can be tested once again to make sure that it's taken out these highs here. Then after that, we will go down for a selling. That's for Euro Kiwi. And for Euro Kiwi, okay, for Euro Kiwi, we may have a chance to sell later on during the London session, so we can pay attention to that. Right. So for Euro Dollar, let's take a look at Euro Dollar. Well, for Euro Dollar over here, well, as we can see, Euro Dollar tentatively we are still on the bull. Okay, the bull is still running. We are not looking for any support today. Seems like they are going to test on the resistance. Well, okay, in that case, I will wait for Euro Dollar to test on the resistance to see if this resistance able to hold. If the resistance able to hold, then we will have a chance to sell down. Okay, while it's looking for a support. Okay, over here the support. Okay, as we can see, right over. Yeah, so from the resistance to the support, we may have another 57 pips to go. Right, so for now, okay, we are only have about 17 to 18 pips. Okay, about 17 to 18 pips to go to hit the resistance. So later on, we can come back and take a look, all right, Euro Dollar to see if there's a chance for selling. Okay, right. So next to go, Pound Aussie. Well, Pound Aussie. Now, Pound Aussie, we can see is very obvious. We are transit into the bear and are now breaking out of the support. We are going to selling. So at the moment, right now, I will say that tentatively, okay, we will take this. I will take this and this as a resistance. Okay, if this resistance continue and it breaks the support to retest again, then we will have a chance. Okay, so later on we can take a look. Okay, so let's see if Pound Aussie, right? Pound Aussie, we will have a chance. Right, so for Pound CAD, for Pound CAD over here, we have tested once into this area here. The bull coming transit into the bear. Unfortunately, it went back into the bull to test again. So are we today looking for a resistance? Generally, looking at this, we are still in the bull. Alright, so for Pound CAD over at this point here, if we are looking for selling while it's actually looking for a support, I will say that currently we are actually quite near to the support. So I would suggest if we want to sell the Pound CAD, let's wait for it to break the support first. Then there will be a good chance for the selling. Right, there will be a good chance for the selling. So that, after breaking the support, then we will have a good chance to swing down for another 123 pips. So we can take a look at Pound CAD later on. Alright. Okay, hi Casey, nice to see you here. Yes, I'm back. Okay, so yeah, hi Ellen, 恭喜发财. Same to you, same to you. Right, so I'm going to take a look at this Pound CAD later on. Okay, this London session. Right, Pound franc. Let's take a look at Pound franc. Well, Pound franc. Yes. Namaste, Wasim. Nice to see you here. Yes, I'm good. I have a good rest for the past few days. Okay, yes, and over at this point here, looking at this Pound franc, we are still in the bull. Okay, it's actually running up these waves after hitting the support at this area here, and now we are still going for more. We are still going for a buy. So resistance up there. Okay, so over at this point here, so there may be still a chance that it will still go for a buy. Then after that, there may be a good chance for selling. So we got to hang on for a little while. Okay, we'll skip this. Alright, so for Pound Yen, well, Pound Yen over at this side here, Pound Yen. Well, we are actually looking into this area here. For Pound Yen, yes, GJ forming an ascending triangle on the H1. Okay, let's take a look. So for pound yen, currently we are in the bear, right? In the bear. So are we looking into a selling, right? So we are actually looking for a selling. So for pound yen, tentatively, as now it's testing on the resistance here. Okay, this area of resistance, as you can see. Right, so now tentatively looking at this area here, we are still moving towards the highs. So if we are looking at like a ascending triangle on the H1, okay. So basically right now, as we can see, yeah, so at this point of time, we are still looking for a buy. So for this, okay, we are in the bear, but today is a retracement day. Looks like the retracement is going up again. So tentatively, by looking into this area here for the pound yen, we may still looking for a buy to test the resistance before we can start selling. All right, but the good thing about pound yen if for seller is that you have about 2 hours to take a look if these 2 hours able to form, right, able to form a downward trend structure, then you will have a chance for the selling. Okay, but right now it's actually on the retracement. So at the moment right now, okay, there may be another chance of buying up here, and it may get resisted into this area and start selling again. But this area is very sensitive. It can go either way. It can go for buy, and it can also come down for a selling. So for this, all right, we need to be careful, all right. So later on, we'll take a look at pound yen to see if there's a chance of selling. But if for me, if I want to sell, right, I hope to see that the pound yen will go further up as the resistance up there before I start selling. Okay, so so for now, I still pray for a buy. Okay, all right, so I'm not going to include this pound yen into my selling list first. Later on, we'll come back and take a look during the London session. Okay, so next to go, pound kiwi. Pound kiwi a bit annoying. Why? Because as for the past 2 weeks, we have been talking about pound kiwi is actually hovering around this area. Finally, it started to break a little bit out of this area. Am I right? So, but looking at this point here, we are still on the support. Okay, we are still on the support. So, if I'm going to sell the pound kiwi, I will want to wait for it to break the support level, the support over here. Okay, then I will consider selling later on. So for now, I'm not going to sell at this moment. So I will want to wait because over here, as I can see, it's actually stuck in the middle of nowhere. It's neither here nor there. So there's no clear directions, which is not very good. All right. So at the moment, I'm not going to touch this. All right. So for pound dollar, I think for the past few days was very good. Okay, past few days was so good that I think grabbing some profits for the past 3 trading days was very fantastic. Okay, so it's easy to catch, I know, yeah, because it tested on the resistance here, and we can see that after tested the resistance, it started to swing down and form up the selling structure, which is actually coming into this right now at this moment. Is also coming into the selling structure, where I will say that over here, we will have a good chance for selling on the pound dollar. So as we can see for the pound dollar, it's very obvious that I think it's easy. We can identify this, right? So we still have a lot of pips down there waiting for us. Okay, about 50 over pips. So currently, okay, I will be waiting for this to clear my targets here. Since this has been cleared, okay, before I go for my Chinese New Year, right? So after that, now it's coming back in here to take this, and we can see, as you can see yesterday, it has also taken out this area. We have been focusing since last week. So this week it has cleared this area. I'm going to take this out as well. So probably we may be looking out to test the support again and break it to go for another area down there. So for pound dollar, I'll be looking out for selling. All right. Okay. Yep. So pound dollar. Okay, I'm going to put in as a selling. Next to go, dollar CAD. Well, dollar CAD. Dollar CAD over at this point here, as we can see, the whole trend is actually moving towards bull and the bull hits on the resistance coming into the transition of the bear. So we are actually now running into the bear. So dollar CAD, we can actually pay attention to see if there's a chance for selling. But right now we are on the support. Okay, so I will be waiting for this dollar CAD to break the support before I start selling. All right. So dollar CAD, yes, I'm going to put this into my watch list. Dollar CAD. Later on, we will take a look if there's a chance for selling. All right. So for dollar franc. Well, dollar franc over at this point here, we have actually in the bear. We are actually in the bear, but this bear is actually transiting into the bull. So by looking into this transiting into the bull, we may have a chance, okay, that it will continue the bull run once it hits on the support and break the support level over here. So at this point here, we need to monitor further before we actually take action, because as you can see, the buying structure has also coming in, and we are actually going to test the resistance. So I'm going to wait for it to test the resistance to see if there's a chance, right, to sell. If not, then buyers can take note. We can still go for a buy. From here to here, we have about 40 pips. For buyers who are keen to buy, I would suggest a scalping until it hits the resistance. Then we decide what to do with that. All right. Okay. So for dollar yen, as we can see, dollar yen over here, we are actually testing on the support. Well, the drop, the bear is still running. Right. The bear is still running, but today it seems like it is a retracement day, and the retracement has hit onto the resistance since yesterday, and until now it's still going to retest the resistance. So yes, we are in the bear for dollar yen. Then we need to wait for it to test the resistance. If it's not breaking and holding down, then we will continue doubling for dollar yen later on. I guess it may come in the second half of the day in the New York session, right? Okay, so quickly let's take a look at the Bitcoin. Right, Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was still staying around this area here, which is about still 22,006, and over at this point here, we are looking into Bitcoin. Bitcoin, right? We are still there are still good chance that Bitcoin will still go for 24.3 before we actually can go for another round of selling down. Yeah, a lot of news lately, but I think we still need to wait for a while. I will not take this into consideration for now. Right, for gold. Yes, for the gold trading, as we can see, for the gold, we have actually break through the resistance here. Now it's coming back to test the resistance up here, down here. So for the gold, generally, we are still looking for a buy. All right, so the trend is still on the buy side. So on this area, on this bull, okay, I will say that we may be looking out for support before it continue to go up into 1996. So 1996, that is a possible price that for the gold that it will actually come through. So we can for buyers, okay, we have to wait for a while, because for the gold, tentatively for the gold, it is actually looking out for a support before it can continue the buying. And currently for sellers, you can take note, because for sellers wise, you can see that now it is actually in search of a support before it can go for a buy. So later on, when in the live trading, we'll come back to the gold and take a look if there's a chance for that. All right. So let me flash out what do we have here today. Okay, to focus, we are going to sell Euro Aussie, Euro Yen, Euro Kiwi, Euro Dollar, Pound Aussie, Pound CAD, Pound Dollar, Dollar CAD, and Dollar Yen. Right. So yep, and guys, this session here is to plan out and for everyone to have a focus to sell which are the currency pairs to focus. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the live trading in another 1.5 hours time. Right. So do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that later on we can come into the live trading session. We can discuss the trade together, whichever currency pairs that you are looking at. All right. And the next thing is that we are going to discuss, trade together, and take the profit together. Okay, right. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also smash the like button for this video to show your appreciation for the effort behind the video. Thank you so much, guys. And this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. See you again.